Why not? Here.
Well, I don't have much of an ear for music.
You don't need an ear, just a knee.
Hey! Oh, Gilligan, you're wonderful.
Gilligan's Island is one of television's most beloved classics, a show that has entertained generations with its slapstick humor, memorable characters, and the endless misadventures of 7 castaways stranded on a deserted island. From Gilligan's bumbling mistakes to the skipper's exasperated sighs, fans have watched the series for decades, quoting lines and laughing at scenes that have become ingrained in pop culture. But behind the laughter, there were moments the public was never meant to see. Scenes so controversial, unusual, or technically flawed that the producers decided to cut them entirely. One of the most mysterious and talked about sequences in the show's history is a deleted scene that remained hidden from audiences for years. Rumors circulated among fans and cast members alike, suggesting that this lost footage contained jokes that were too risque for the 1960s audience, or a storyline that could have dramatically altered the relationships and dynamics on the island. Even decades later, questions about why it was removed and what it revealed about the characters continue to intrigue die-hard fans. This hidden moment, shrouded in secrecy, offers a rare glimpse into the creative process of one of television's most iconic shows. It challenges the innocent, family-friendly image of Gilligan's Island and uncovers the meticulous decisions made by producers, writers, and directors to maintain the series' charm while navigating censorship, network pressures, and the personalities of its actors. For fans, discovering this deleted scene is not just about seeing something new. It's about understanding the untold story behind the laughter and the careful crafting of a show that has endured for decades. Gilligan's Island first aired in 1964, quickly capturing the hearts of viewers with its colorful characters, whimsical stories, and the ever-comical misadventures of 7 castaways stranded on a deserted island. While the show became a cultural phenomenon, few fans realized the amount of planning, reshoots, and editing that went into crafting each episode. Every joke, every gag, and every line of dialogue was meticulously constructed. And in that process, not everything made it to the final cut. The hidden, deleted scene in question was filmed during the show's 2nd season. Rumors among cast members and production staff suggested that this footage contained a storyline that deviated sharply from the series' light-hearted tone. While the exact reason for its removal remained a secret for years, insiders hinted that it included a plot twist too daring for the time, pushing boundaries that the network was unwilling to accept. The scene reportedly involved a mix of slapstick and subtle adult humor, something the producers felt would risk upsetting the carefully cultivated image of the series as a family-friendly show. According to reports, the cast was fully aware of the scene and reactions varied. Bob Denver, who played the bumbling Gilligan, was said to have enjoyed the challenge of the unusual dialogue and unusual scenario, finding it a refreshing change from the typical scripts. Meanwhile, the skipper actor, Alan Hale Jr., reportedly expressed discomfort with certain elements, noting that the scene strayed from the show's intended innocence. Behind the scenes, debates arose about whether to keep it, reshoot it, or cut it entirely. Ultimately, the decision was made to remove the scene from broadcast entirely, a choice that would keep audiences in the dark for decades. The production team also faced technical challenges with the scene. Filming on set, with the small soundstage made to resemble the island, presented difficulties. Lighting, camera angles, and props were not aligned perfectly during initial takes, causing multiple retakes. As the production schedule was tight, the decision to cut the scene entirely was also partly practical. It saved time and resources while avoiding potential controversy. What fans rarely knew was that the writers, Sherwood Schwartz and his team, had initially intended the scene to explore a deeper comedic scenario, one that highlighted the clash between Gilligan's naive clumsiness and the professor's intellect in a new, unexpected way. However, network executives feared that the scene could be misinterpreted by viewers, potentially undermining the wholesome appeal of the show. Their decision was final and the footage was shelved, stored away in studio archives, never to be seen by the public. This deleted scene, shrouded in secrecy, became a topic of fascination for fans who scoured interviews, behind-the-scenes photos, and cast anecdotes in search of clues. Its existence hinted at a more daring, experimental side of Gilligan's Island, a side that showed the creators' willingness to take risks, even if they ultimately had to play it safe for mainstream audiences. While it remained hidden for years, the story of this scene offers a rare glimpse into the production process of one of television's most enduring classics, revealing the careful balance between creativity, censorship, and public expectation that defined Hollywood during the 1960s. The deleted scene from Gilligan's Island has been the subject of endless speculation among fans and television historians. According to insider accounts, the scene was meant to introduce a moment of tension that the show rarely allowed itself to explore. While the series thrived on light-hearted comedy and predictable misadventures, this particular sequence tested the boundaries of the castaways' relationships and even toyed with darker humor than audiences were used to. For a show celebrated for its innocence, the scene was a dramatic departure, one that ultimately proved too risky for network approval. In the scene, Gilligan, the skipper, and the other castaways were involved in a storyline that required a level of physical comedy and improvisation not typical for the show. It reportedly depicted Gilligan accidentally triggering a chain of events that put everyone in a precarious situation, blending slapstick with a subtle, almost satirical edge. While it was meant to heighten the humor, some elements of the scene were considered too suggestive for the 1960s broadcast standards. Producers feared that even a hint of adult humor could alienate families and create controversy, which was unacceptable given the show's reputation for wholesome entertainment. Cast reactions to the scene were mixed. Bob Denver embraced the challenge, reportedly laughing through multiple takes, enjoying the chance to experiment with his character beyond the usual bumbling persona. Alan Hale Jr., however, expressed concerns about the tone, feeling that it strayed from the family-friendly image of the show. The other cast members were curious and excited but cautious, aware that their performance would likely never be seen by the public. Behind the scenes, tension arose between the writers, actors, and directors as each tried to balance creative ambition with the practical limitations of network television. Technical issues compounded the problem. The scene required precise timing with props, cameras, and special effects that proved difficult to achieve on the constrained studio set. Multiple takes were necessary, adding strain to an already tight production schedule. These logistical difficulties, combined with concerns about content appropriateness, ultimately led to the scene's removal from the episode. Even the laughter track, which usually enhanced the comedy, was deemed insufficient to mask the potentially controversial undertones. Despite never being aired, the deleted scene became legendary among insiders. Interviews with cast members over the years confirmed its existence, and some even hinted that portions of it influenced later episodes in subtle ways. The scene's removal demonstrated the delicate balance the show's creators had to maintain, delivering comedy, respecting network rules, and protecting the brand of a series beloved by millions. The story of this forbidden footage reveals a side of Gilligan's Island rarely discussed, one where risk, creativity, and fear of censorship collided. It was a reminder that even in a seemingly innocent show, producers and writers had to make calculated decisions to maintain both humor and propriety. For fans, this lost scene represents a tantalizing glimpse of what might have been a hidden layer of creativity that never reached the audience but continues to intrigue historians and enthusiasts alike. While the deleted scene remained unseen by the public for decades, the cast of Gilligan's Island was fully aware of its existence. Behind the cameras, the actors shared private conversations about the scene, their experiences during filming, and their personal impressions of how it might have affected the show. These hidden stories provide a rare glimpse into the realities of working on a beloved television series, showing that even seemingly carefree productions had moments of tension and unpredictability. Bob Denver, who portrayed the bumbling Gilligan, often spoke about how the scene challenged him as an actor. Unlike the scripted gags that relied on slapstick, this sequence demanded precise timing, improvisation, and an awareness of subtle humor that skirted the edge of acceptability for the era. Denver reportedly found the experience exhilarating, calling it one of the most creatively demanding moments of his career. He felt it allowed him to explore a different side of Gilligan, clever, reactive, and unexpectedly resourceful, contrasting with the character's usual clumsiness. Alan Hale Jr., who played the skipper, remembered the scene differently. He acknowledged its comedic potential but expressed concern over how it might be received by audiences. Hale worried that certain elements could disrupt the show's wholesome image, which had been carefully cultivated by the producers and the network. His caution reflected a broader awareness among the cast that they were part of a series with a reputation to maintain, where the balance between creativity and appropriateness was delicate. Other cast members, including Tina Louise, Ginger, and Jim Backus, Thurston Howell III, shared similar reflections. While intrigued by the material, they recognized that it deviated from the tone that made Gilligan's Island successful. For them, the deleted scene represented both an exciting opportunity and a reminder of the strict boundaries imposed by television standards of the 1960s. It highlighted the tension between artistic experimentation and the need to conform to network expectations. Interestingly, some crew members later revealed that portions of the deleted scene were repurposed in subtle ways for later episodes. Small gestures, comedic timing, and even line delivery were influenced by the filming of the scene, meaning that in a sense it indirectly shaped the show's evolution. Though the public never saw the footage, its impact lingered in the performances and choices made by the cast in subsequent episodes. The secrecy surrounding the scene also created a lasting sense of mystery. For years, cast interviews hinted at its existence but offered no concrete details. This mystery fueled fan speculation, creating one of the longest-standing legends in classic television history. The story of the forbidden footage revealed how even in light-hearted entertainment, creative conflicts, network pressures, and the personalities of actors could converge to shape decisions about what audiences would ultimately see. In retrospect, the deleted scene stands as a testament to the challenges faced by the cast and crew. It was an example of both the limitations and the possibilities of television production in the 1960s, a reminder that even iconic shows were the product of negotiation, compromise, and sometimes lost creativity. For fans, the hidden scene remains a symbol of curiosity, imagination, and the untold stories that lie behind every beloved episode of Gilligan's Island. Decades after Gilligan's Island first captured the hearts of audiences, the deleted scene remains one of the most intriguing mysteries of television history. Though never broadcast, its story continues to captivate fans, television historians, and even the surviving cast members. The existence of this lost footage provides a rare glimpse into the creative struggles behind one of the most beloved series of the 1960s, showing that even the lightest-hearted shows faced moments of tension, controversy, and artistic compromise. The secrecy surrounding the scene amplified its mystique. For years, cast members were bound by confidentiality agreements and a shared understanding that the footage was not meant for public consumption. Bob Denver, Alan Hale Jr., Tina Louise, and Jim Backus often reminisced about it in interviews, teasing its content without revealing specifics. Their discretion maintained the legend, allowing fans' imaginations to run wild while preserving the professional integrity of the cast. Even decades later, the story of the scene highlights how television production involved negotiations not just with the network, but also with the personalities and egos of the actors involved. What made the deleted scene particularly significant was its potential to alter how audiences perceived Gilligan's Island. While the show is remembered for its slapstick comedy, quirky characters, and playful escapades, the scene reportedly introduced a layer of complexity rarely seen in the series. It pushed boundaries, subtly challenging the norms of 1960s television and hinting at humor and scenarios that were daring for the era. The decision to remove it demonstrates the careful balance producers had to maintain between innovation and public expectations, a balancing act that shaped the show's enduring charm. The scene also underscores the resilience and professionalism of the cast. Despite the challenges, the actors delivered performances that elevated even the most difficult sequences. Bob Denver's comedic timing, Alan Hale Jr.'s commanding presence, and Tina Louise's charm ensured that the footage, even if unseen, contributed to the show's overall development. Their ability to adapt to new, sometimes uncomfortable material while maintaining the integrity of their characters is a testament to their skill and dedication. In the modern era, With the rise of fan forums, documentaries, and archival releases, previously forbidden or deleted footage has gained new attention. Clips and descriptions of the lost Gilligan's Island scene have been shared with enthusiasts, sparking renewed discussion about the creative process behind classic television. Scholars and fans alike appreciate how these moments offer insight into production decisions, the constraints of network television, and the collaborative efforts that made the show a lasting cultural phenomenon. Ultimately, the deleted scene of Gilligan's Island serves as a reminder that behind every beloved television series lies a wealth of untold stories. It reflects the challenges of balancing creativity, censorship, and audience expectations, while also showcasing the resilience and talent of the actors who brought the show to life. Though never intended for viewers, its legacy endures, a symbol of Hollywood's hidden depths and a fascinating chapter in the history of one of television's most iconic comedies.